back in 2008. Whoever it is, if Swardeston make it, they will be formidable opponents, especially with this spin bowling attack.
Oh, are we seeing a trend now with runs on the board early on being key? Will we see captains now wanting to win the toss and bat first?
Get it, one. Come on, Simpson, chase it. Okay, hold it, easy. Good, mate.
Marambi is the new batsman. Here Marambi, the new batsman. A customer account manager by trade. Born in Galle, Sri Lanka. Labours under the misapprehension that he gets mistaken for Mahela Jayawardena 3 or 4 times every day.
Well, for his sake, I hope it's when he's batting. Certainly for Wimbledon's sake as well.
Oh. It's been called a wide, slipping down the leg side.
And this is the sort of part of the game where we always wonder how players of this level will cope under the pressure.
Get it!
As professional cricketers, you play in front of television screens nearly 5, 6, 7 times a year, so you get more used to it in front of big crowds with stakes at the end of the game. But club cricketers don't have to do that, and they know that there's a trip out to Barbados at the back end of this competition if you are the team there, and you sometimes see out of character shots, people playing and misfields, types of deliveries that they wouldn't normally do if it was back at their home club ground.
Right now, I shouldn't think Barbados is on anybody's mind at the moment, just trying to get through to tonight's final. As for playing in front of large crowds, I'm not sure that's a problem today.
Yeah, George, get it, George! Not to you, there's no way.
What's got to happen here if Wimbledon are going to get back into this game is somehow or other they've got to start hitting boundaries. They've hit just 3 4s in the innings so far.
Come on, Georgie, come on, mate.
They've got to get a partnership, Charles. They've got to rotate the strike, try and travel at 5, 6 and over, and give themselves the opportunity of needing 30 off the last 5 to win. As it is, it just appears that there hasn't been a lot of method to batting. It's a situation of, well, if it's in that area, we'll hit it as hard as we can. There doesn't seem to have been, you mentioned just out the back there haven't been many sweep shots played, and just the batsmanship.
I think the thing which has slightly surprised me about the way Wimbledon have gone about their business here, having had the privilege, if you like, of watching Swardeston bat first, is that they have not been very aggressive with their running between the wickets. It's something we picked up in the first half, that if you really put your foot down and you really scurry your ones and try and pick up your twos as well, you can do okay. Because let's face it, it's a large field, the arms are not necessarily that good. A little fumble in the field under pressure can produce all sorts if you can get the pressure on. But I haven't really seen Wimbledon trying to run Swardeston ragged.
Well, they haven't. Neither side particularly did that well. It's almost like a mental sharpness that isn't quite there. It might grow as the semi-finals and the finals come on. You'll see the sides improve their games as it goes on. But the attention to detail, the pressure that you would want to put on the opposition fielders and bowlers by rotating the strike and running well out there, hasn't quite been.
Good shot. Now this could get away for 4. There's a bit of a chase on here, and I think the ball is going to win it fairly comfortably. So yes, a rare boundary. First boundary since the 3rd over. Is this the start of a resurgence by Wimbledon?
Well, Sean Davis down the track, gets a fraction of room, squirts it out, and just with that top spin that's on the ball, a slice spin, dribbles its way over the third man boundary for 4.
That's better. 4 and a little push for 1. There's always a 1 there. The asking rate here, what is it? 7 and over. So 6 and over, a runner ball, just with a little drop and run and push and nudge. That gets them there or thereabouts. Then a lusty blow every now and again. Wimbledon can still win this, but it's going to take something from the lower middle order to get them there. Will their nerve hold?
Get it?
That's good batting again. Just using the angles, using the line of the ball to work into the leg side. There are gaps. Smart batting. Give themselves little targets at this situation. How many do we want off the next 2 overs? Just build your total that way. Just don't look quite as much at the finish line. Just get those into a position where you need 25 or 30 off the last 5.
Well, even if you went to 25 off the last 3, remember the pressure then is as much on the Swardeston bowlers who've got to cope with the fact that if I bowl a bad ball here, I'll get whacked for 4. And we've seen it at all levels. Pressure goes onto the bowlers as much as it does onto the batsmen.
Yeah!
Bowled him! What's he doing there? Well, he's missing it, that's the answer. And he's giving Swardeston another big leg up towards the final.
Well, Swardeston are feeding off this now. This particular delivery has been made to look good by the batsman backing away. As we go, watch him back away. It hasn't done much at all. Fraction of spin, but that back leg moving away. Swardeston are happy. Hatwell's got another wicket. Wimbledon slowly going into the quicksand. Sean Davis goes for 8. Wimbledon are 51 for 6.
Sean Davis was bowled by Hatwell, 8, the batsman for 7, Paul Peterson.
So 51 for 6. At the same stage, Swardeston were 58 for 2, so the loss of wickets is really hurting Wimbledon here. And Hatwell got 1 more ball to bowl in this spell, and he's got figures of 2 for 15 so far. Paul Peterse is the new batsman.
On the edge, Echo.
He's got some work to do. Paul Peterse looks a powerful man. Looks like he can give the ball a real belt.
Oh!
And he nearly goes first ball. But that's an end of an excellent bowling spell by Hatwell. He figures with 2, finishes with 2 for 15. 13 overs gone, 51 for 6. We got the toss coming up for the second semi-final very shortly. That's between South Northumberland and Bootle. The North of England semi. The East and South of England one at the moment is going the way of East Anglia. Aside from just outside Norwich, Swardeston are running away with this. Wimbledon 51 for 6. You would have to say that the Wimbledon batsmen are like rabbits in the headlight with the spinners bowling at them.
They are. They've got no method about batting. Do you know, the clubs often employ coaches now to talk about how to play against spin. Squirts that out. Pass backward point. Will be looking for 2. Do get 2. But it is a concern where you see it. It's not just these teams. Having played in a few club games this year, they don't tend to have a method against spin. It's often block or slog.
Is that out? It is. It's another one down the tubes for Wimbledon. It's no good coming down the wicket and then missing it. And that's exactly what's happened. Missed with a defensive shot as well. This is surely all over for Wimbledon. It's surely Swardeston who are going to be in tonight's final.
Well, I've never understood coming down the wicket to block. doesn't really make that much sense, and it has cost Swardeston on this occasion. Marambi coming down, just blocks. Well, the umpire's confident enough to give it, and Marambi's on his way back. He goes for 4, and Wimbledon are 53 for 7.
Well, 17-year-old Will Leith was impressive with the ball. What's he got with the bat?
It's been quite sad to see how they've capitulated here after a great first half. But it comes down to a question of bottle and also good play from the Swardeston bowlers.
Yeah, I think that's important. I think must stress how impressive these 3 spinners have been. They have done a terrific job.
They haven't given in, Charles, have they? They're all very different bowlers.
Now that's a good shot. Use of feet down the wicket and away over extra cover. Well batted, young man. Excellent.
Well, the innocence of youth. He's not carrying any baggage.
We need to get a lot, Nick. Okay, so that's the second semi-final, which will start 10 minutes after this game has finished. Change of bowling, enforced change of bowling, with Hatwell having finished, and Mark Thomas, the captain, is on to have a bowl. He's going to bowl little seamers. So the spin well has been spun dry, and that's a good start.
It's a good start. It's a strange action. You mentioned earlier, Charles, about some of these actions you wouldn't have seen too often and not used to getting a picture of what comes down at you, and it is a strange action. Looks quite effective though. Last delivery was 75 miles an hour, so you can get it there quick enough. Been reliably informed that his nickname is Cranky, whether that's because of his captain status. Are most captains at this sort of level cranky, Charles?
I wonder whether it's because he has Scottish blood in him, but listening to him at the toss, he didn't seem to have any.
He's there or thereabouts, leading by example. Really buzzing out there, the Swardeston team. Very impressed by the way that they haven't given in. Been very easy to do that with only just getting over 100 in their innings. But they haven't given in. They're fighting hard and they're looking like they're taking home the bacon this time.
It's only going to be a single, and that asking rate is getting up to very nearly 9 and over, which is a real problem for Wimbledon, with only 3 wickets in hand. They need some fireworks from somewhere. Maybe the youngster here who's already hit 1-4, confidently over extra cover, can provide them.
If he is going to get found out, it will be by a little bit of pace now. Coming in against spin, it's very easy to have your feet quite lethargic. Often find that when you see players coming in against spin, especially younger players, their feet are a little bit slower, their reactions are a little bit slower, and then when they get pace on, first couple of balls are very dangerous. Try and get themselves moving. Do that sort of Alex Stewart shuffle at the end of the crease. Remember that?
I do, yeah. Well, Alex Stewart used to have a whole variety of things, didn't he? He used to have that little walk off to square leg, and then 15 overs gone 58 for 7 as the ball was being bowled. He used to do the military two-step to get himself into position.
Yes. He was given the task of looking after me as
Was he your batting buddy?
He was, and he took particular enjoyment of serving tennis balls at my head out in the West Indies one year. My batting didn't come on, but I could play a good forehand volley by the end of it all.
George Walker starting his final over. Figures of 1 for 15 so far from 3.
Come on, Levers.
Paterse the man on strike.
Bowling, George.
Right, so we've just got one ball shy of 5 overs left, and they need 46. Now then, something's got to happen. They need boundaries.
It's nudged away. Would have been a simple catch for slip, but it's going to be at least 2 runs. I think that's what they'll settle for if they've got any sense. The throw's not very good. If they'd really put their foot down, they'd have been able to capitalise on that, but they weren't to know the throw was going to be well wide.
Supposed to block it. Opens a face. I'd give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt there.
Get it. Just one, Echo. Keeper.
Coming back for 2.
Good, boys. Come on, Georgie.
Another case of the outfielders gluing themselves to the boundary rope.
Every ball, buddy. Come on.
Cutting down the angles. Get in as close as you possibly can.
Oh, wow!
Got to look to rotate the strike. Fielders inside the ring are all on the fence, so they're giving singles away. Certainly extra cover is. Backward pointers as well now.
Ow! Hold, Richie, hold.
Haven't asked you your views on that Ashes squad, Robert. You happy with it?
Yeah, it's pretty predictable there. I think I always felt that Monty Panesar was going to go, Davis was going to go as well. The batsmen picked themselves.
Is that going to go down somebody's throat? No, it'll be 1-2 bounces out to deep mid-wicket, and they only get 1 run. That's poor running. They really should have tried to push for 2 there. I think Leith was up for it. The other end, there wasn't a lot of interest. 16 overs gone, 4 to go, 64 for 7. If you are just joining us for the first time, I suppose the surprise and Bresnan. Where has Tremlett come from?
Well, he's moved to Surrey. They just get 1. He's moved from Surrey. He's had a decent season, and he's obviously a guy that the selectors are attracted by. He sort of fits the mould now, doesn't he? You have to be 6'5" plus to get a gig. Bowls just back of a length. He's had a go before, but he's picked up some injuries. Shazad is probably going to count himself a bit unlucky not to get the nod.
Do it!
Tremlett, when he played for England, and I think it was against India, didn't let anybody down. He did okay, but as you say, it was a constant diet of injuries and fitness worries that meant that he was sidelined for so long. But when you played against him, Glamorgan against Surrey this year, did you see a man who was back, fit and hungry?
Well, he certainly looked to have his pace back. He's bowled that natural length that probably is about a foot over the top of the stumps. Didn't bowl that much in the game against us. Whether he was tired, sort of give the impression that he didn't want to bowl long spells in that game. Whether that was a particular plan or not, I don't know. James Whittaker was there during that game, so he would have had a good view of him, another England selector. But these players get monitored a lot throughout the season now.
Trouble here. Oh, and he misses.
I wouldn't mind taking him on and 10-pin bowling. Ed Hopkins gets it in his left paw. There we go. Oh, you follow through. Nope. Probably wouldn't have knocked the bails off anyway with that power.
Well, that's nothing more nor less than an uncultured slog. And it's not quite going to go for 4. They're only going to get 2. So Wimbledon are trying their best to up the ante through Leith, but at the present moment they're just not finding the boundary.
He's having a go, Will Leith. He's had a good day with the ball. He's doing okay. He's got 8 off 8. He's got a boundary in that as well. Captain there, Mark Thomas, making sure his fielders are on the edge. Attention to detail.
It's 2 again. Are they going to push for it? No, they won't risk that. So 17 overs gone, just 18 balls left in this contest. And Wimbledon are 71 for 7, needing 33 from 18.
Second semi-finals of this Cockspur Cup 2020 finals day will be between South Northumberland and Thelwell. That will take place 10 minutes after the end of this first semi-final. I can tell you that South Northumberland have won the toss and they will bat first.
Let's go here, Simsy. Back in you here, mate. Come on.
Well, there we are. That's how it was. Halfway stage, Swardeston 103 for 9 and Wimbledon 71 for 7. Who would have believed it? They need another 33 runs to win off 18 balls. And Bob Willis has just come and sat alongside me. Bob, you wouldn't have thought this would be after half-time, would you?
You certainly wouldn't, Robert. Amazing turnaround.
Get under it, Simsy.
Up in the air. Can the bowler get back and take the catch? No, not quite.
Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Desperate measures now from Wimbledon as they chase that over 11 and over for these closing overs of their innings.
You're right, mate.
It's pretty evident to me, Robert, that these guys don't see a lot of
Come on, mate.
decent spin bowling in their club cricket.